Born as a minor German princess, she would rise to become one of Russia's greatest rulers. Through intelligence, ambition, and sheer political skill, Catherine the Great transformed Russia into a dominant European power. This is the story of an empress who rewrote history. Born Sophie of Anhalt-Zerbst in 1729, she led a quiet life in present-day Poland, a life that offered little hint of the grand fate awaiting her. Her world changed dramatically when Empress Elizabeth of Russia invited Sophie to marry her nephew, Grand Duke Peter, heir to the Russian throne. Sophie embraced the opportunity, mastering the Russian language and converting to Orthodoxy, changing her name to Catherine. However, hers was not a fairy tale marriage. Grand Duke Peter, eccentric and immature, earned the disdain of his court and his wife alike. While Catherine cultivated her political acumen and formed alliances among powerful factions, Peter's erratic behavior increasingly alienated him. The tension boiled over when Peter became emperor in 1762. It took just 6 short months before Catherine executed one of history's most famous coups. Backed by key military units and influential nobles, Catherine deposed her husband, who mysteriously died shortly after being forced to abdicate. Thus began the reign of a new empress, poised to guide Russia into a golden age. Catherine was not content with being a figurehead ruler. She envisioned a modernized Russia, inspired in part by the Enlightenment ideals sweeping through Europe. One of her crowning achievements was reforming Russia's complex legal system, advocating for laws that treated citizens more equally. Though fully implementing these reforms faced resistance, her determination marked a progressive step forward. But Catherine made her greatest mark on Russia's geography. Under her reign, Russian territory expanded significantly, solidifying her empire's position as a key player in European politics. Her annexation of Crimea in 1783 laid the foundation for Russia's future southern power. In the West, her influence orchestrated the partitioning of Poland, bringing large swaths of land under Russian control. Beyond conquering borders, Catherine drove economic modernization. She strengthened Russia's trading capabilities, invested in mining and industry, and emphasized urban development. Her policies elevated Russia as a centerpiece of European trade and culture, unrivaled in its influence. A ruler of intelligence and sophistication, Catherine was a celebrated patron of the arts, literature, and philosophy. Her reign ushered in an era of cultural flourishing in Russia. Fostering Enlightenment ideals, Catherine communicated with leading European intellectuals such as Voltaire and Diderot, who saw her as a champion of reason and progress. While her reformist impulses didn't always succeed politically, they cemented her reputation as Europe's philosopher empress. Her passion for the arts translated into tangible achievements. Catherine founded the Hermitage Museum in 1764, amassing an art collection that rivaled the grandeur of any royal collection in Europe. Its legacy endures, as the Hermitage remains one of the world's premier cultural institutions today. Lavish courts and theatres during Catherine's time reflected her commitment to intellectual enrichment. New schools, libraries, and universities emerged under her patronage, helping to establish Russia as a beacon of learning. Despite her visionary leadership, Catherine was no stranger to controversy. Her personal life became a source of endless gossip, as her many lovers inspired both admiration and criticism. More than mere indulgence, Catherine used her romantic relationships strategically. Many of these favored men held key governmental or military roles. The scandals of her personal life were compounded by court intrigue. Several plots to overthrow her rule threatened to destabilize her reign. Catherine, ever astute, navigated these treacherous waters with remarkable finesse. She maintained her grip on power, despite accusations and betrayals from within her own courts. These challenges didn't detract from her reputation for effective governance, but they do paint a picture of a ruler who constantly balanced personal desires with the pragmatism of holding on to absolute power. Catherine's reign spanned over 3 decades, and upon her death in 1796, she left behind an empire forever changed. With its borders extended, its administration modernized, and its culture enriched, Russia owed much of its newfound importance to Catherine's vision and determination. She paved the way for stronger ties between Russia and Western Europe, advocating for a modernization that continued to inspire her successors. Her reign remains a golden period in Russian history, representing one of its most luminous intersections between power and culture. Today, sculptures, portraits, and institutions honor the empress who defied expectations to become one of history's most powerful and influential women. Her contributions endure as a testament to ambition, intellect, and resilience. From a young German princess to one of the most powerful women in history, Catherine the Great's story is one of ambition, brilliance, and resilience. She proved that true power is not inherited, it is taken. If you're fascinated by history's most powerful rulers, like this video, share it, and subscribe for more epic stories from the past.